They call it music. 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 They call it music.
Welcome to another special episode of the thing called Double Rock, the thing called pure, raw, uncut, unadulterated, pure Junkanoo news, baby. We here to give you the best in Junkanoo news. I mean, sometimes we get trapsy with the news too, but we ain't care, baby. It's be real. That's what people like with us, baby. It's be real, baby. We ain't get no filters on us, baby. We can give you raw and pure facts, my boy. But anyway, let me put it like this, baby. We can come to you. By Labor Day coming up Friday, the current can be on. My co-host them can tell you all lot of things, but I just let you know about the Labor Day parade coming up by in the current and on. And the thing called is the beginning of the season. Hey, it's the beginning of the Junkanoo season, mate. Hey, I get me 5 sheets of cardboard home. I getting ready to roll over my individual because Junkanoo rolling. Yours truly Dogcast in the place, my co-host today.
Paparazzi.
And our guest today.
V Charmaine Rose.
We come to fool you up, my boy. Lay a brand new cardboard and we can get it right. Papa, what you get for us today, Father? Because we rolling.
Well.
Well, you didn't forget?
Yeah, well, you know, it's been a long week. You know, we had some tragedies, not going to say tragedies, but we have a few people who passed away in the Junkanoo world. I just want to say condolences out to the one family Junkanoo organization on the passing of Santa. Nah, you know me, I ain't known everybody by the real name. I know him by Santa. Santa's a bass drummer, long serving, and I know he's been going through a lot over the last couple of years. He's been ill for a long time, so.
That's the big tall dude.
Sort of tech with like a big stomach.
Oh,
Yeah.
So rest in peace to Sana.
Oh.
And part 2 is rest in peace to the Volley Boys. And the crazy thing is I got to say condolences to both Volley Boys. Both 1958 and the way forward on the passing of Valentino. Now see, I know this person personally. Valentino Bats Bevins. A long-serving bass drummer for both the Volley Boys. Now this is another person who's been sick for a while.
Wait, listen to me. Bats is one of them real bass drummers. When I talk about real bass drummer, not one-hand bass drummer, I talk about bass drummers who's be running seconds and bass, who's roll bass. That's what you call real bass drummer. Saying them one hand up dudes and be beating with one hand. Bats, listen to me, boss. Bats been in the trenches in the Wally Boys for years. He been a loyal member of the Wally Boys, but I ain't gonna lie. I know Bats personally.
Yeah. So Santa's funeral is on Carnival Saturday, which is next week Saturday. I'm not know, but what day is that? Producer. That's the 7th? The 7th. Anybody who can make it out to support his family at this trying time. And Bats funeral will be held on the 21st of June. Make sure it's a Saturday. That's a Saturday? Well, I'm not sure. It's 21st. Anyway, we'll give you further details, but I know his funeral is coming up later on in the month, and rest in peace to both of these great gentlemen, and they both made a tremendous contribution to Junkanoo as a whole, especially in the bass, bass category,
Bass drummers,
so you know, may that soul rest in peace.
Double rocking up there, boss.
Rocking up them, yep.
What the set?
Yep.
Okay, and folks, we got the Labor Day, Randall folks, Labor Parade coming up. Boy, this a short one. I say that to say this. We only got 4 groups.
Okay.
What's it
Okay,
mean? Junkanoo
so-
can be over an hour?
No, I-
Well, listen, one thing I don't like is these fellas is like rushing the sun. I figure when them people finish walking past, man, start up, man. Start up. Well, if they don't come out, then we can start
couple
early.
label unions talking, but they ain't coming. But boss,
Right.
by the way, the sunset of boss, I can be by my pool, drinking and eating, but I ain't no time be fooling around, but I ain't be real with y'all.
Right. So first out the gate, we got the Way Forward Valley Boys.
Uh-huh.
Then we got the Genesis Warhawks.
Yeah.
We got the 1958
Wally boys.
Valley Boys, and then we got One Family closing out.
So we ain't get no roots, we ain't get no
Well,
Saxons.
we start no roots, no Saxons.
Roots normally don't
Roots,
participate.
yes, they do.
They do.
Yeah,
Labor
man,
Day.
Labor
When do they normally have their get together, their
I
party,
think
whatever?
they having their picnic maybe. 'Cause I know the
That's why I
Saxons
know
have
whenever they have their picnic,
So,
which
but
is
even-
usually
but-
Labor Day, they haven't participated in Labor Day in the last 5 or 6 years.
Ain't even no B group.
no B groups.
I'm sure 1 or 2 may
And
show
then
up
they start at East Street
and Bay Street.
and Bay Street, head straight down.
Here's my thing about Labor Day Parade. I mean, it seems like we've had this love-hate relationship with Labor Day Parade
From the
because
accident.
before accident, because sometimes the unions they want us there, and
And
sometimes they
don't
complain with
want
us,
there.
and then same thing with the police. Sometimes the police want us there, and sometimes they want to run us off Bay Street. So it's like a love-hate. Does Junkanoo really belong at the Labor Day Parade? Are we truly invited, or are we crashing the party? That's something I need to ask for a long time, because the way we be treated sometimes.
Well, the labor union saying the political party crashing the party. So what you think with Junkanoo?
Well, Junkanoo definitely crashing the party then.
Because they saying those that they boycotting because it's political.
But you know it's political
But
season.
what I like about the Labor Day Parade, it shows you with all these drafts that's been happening.
You can see the people. You get to see the faces
Yes,
in different
and so
places.
I'm sort of anticipating what I will
Well,
see.
the jokey part with Labor Day is you see faces in different places
false-
on Labor Day.
I call it false prophets.
And then Independence, you see them in another area.
And that's why they call you false prophet. Labor Day release is a testing ground to see how I fit in. Let me see if I can.
If I can wake in
Let me see
here.
if I can paddle with these fellas.
This
But
my
then, you know,
interview. This my interview.
The Saxons is not coming out also.
Right, they having their fun day.
Roots?
Roots?
Roots is not coming
They're both
out.
having their fun day. Hey,
Yeah.
send your location so I can eat some drinks and eat some
Well, I
foods.
think Saxon's going to be Glaston Road.
Well, I know where they could be.
But I don't know where Roots is going to be.
I
Normally,
know.
they normally be by the
But
caves.
yeah.
Okay?
Well, I have no
Now,
car, so
I
anybody
heard
gonna give me a
through
ride?
the draft line that, well, he tell me when he saw me to the alumni Junkanoo Rush Hands, Monica said he's now a Saxon.
Saxons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're going to see what
Yeah,
happens
hey.
from there.
When you go from the elite to the mid, there's only one place to go. You
I
gotta
got
go back to the elite.
because sounds like post a video with the dude who's crying, say, boy, the Wallies make me cry. And I want to come up with this video. You always post a video
You
with
can probably
the
say
dude.
the Saxons make me cry.
I had to get that one off and laugh. I mean, boy, Hans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been a dedicated volley boy for a long time.
Yeah,
So, boy,
yeah,
Hans
one of the
been in
best
different
fellas.
trenches.
Yeah.
And see, and that's the thing I see telling people, boy. People don't move just for moving's sake, but it gotta be a big raft inside your organization. They cause serious loyal members move out, dog. But you get a worker who been genuine to you for judgment all these years, and that person leave you know it's a problem, dog.
So what does it say about the two volley boys? We leave both then. All right.
My point exactly. And like I tell you inside, and like I explained in that interview, evils on both sides.
All right then.
And I tell you that.
Evils on both sides, and I don't recognize nobody on the other side. That's all I keep saying. That's my motto, and I
Boss.
stick in with it.
Boss,
If
listen
you
to me.
only thing I see across there is a few friends, and I see a whole lot of marshals.
Wait.
The back line I don't recognize.
You know what I see?
The front line I don't recognize.
You know what I see?
What you see?
So you
On
recognize
all
the
that-
brass then, that's it. People in the brass.
And all that.
Yeah.
And all that you see, right? You know what I see? I see my individual in my garage, mama. That's what I see, what? My individual in my garage.
I think he was the biggest winner out of the whole Valley Boys round. I think he was the biggest winner. Well, I know
you
what.
get another announcement, and you said the Saxon, what
Oh,
the
yeah, the
Saxon having
Saxons
on
having
Family
something.
Fun Day or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Yeah,
Shaman, you got what?
Saxon's having a fans appreciation and family fun day Sunday starting from 6 to 12. That's on our key. So that's tomorrow, June 1.
I gotta be a Saxon fan. Just they get free drinks and eat
Yeah,
some
man,
drinks.
you
I
can come
want
out
no
and have
man. Let me know if I need to show up there, boss. I can come with my face coat and things. No, if y'all want me come line up, I
Yeah.
can come line up and do a live
I
show.
guess this day Labor Day, you know, to do this too. So
Boy.
they may have a little
Yeah,
rush, you know, tomorrow is Sunday. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
But you got, but you can't have a fans appreciation there, no rush.
Yeah, so that could be a
Not
little
even
rush.
making sense to me. You gotta be banging. Anyway, in this episode, we want to touch something light to y'all because see a lot of people don't understand what really be going on in the Junkanoo community when it comes to finance. Boy. And I need to get this out here, boy, because you get your seed money, you get your little prize money, and by these things no harm.
You get your side money.
And you get your
better-
side
you better
money.
get your side money.
You get your side money too. Yeah, but these things don't add up. Right? We saw me and Roll give us a little breakdown on the seed funding first, and then we can get a breakdown on the prize money, and we gotta start making the mat. Because the mat right now ain't matting.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
No, the mat ain't matting.
So we saw me and Roll.
Hold on, before we go.
Oh,
to
before we
Shaman
go,
Road,
we got one more
One more
announcement.
thing, okay.
Yeah,
Genesis.
we got Genesis Fun Run Walk on mental health awareness. That's on Saturday, June, not May, June 21st. That's the next week.
Saturday, June 21st.
21st.
Genesis Organization Fun Run Walk for mental health and all that good stuff.
And they have it. Guess what? I see prizes for best Junkanoo hat, best Junkanoo footwear, children's
saw
first,
them, man.
second, third,
I
walking.
tell you now, boss, if I show up there, don't come. Don't come, boss. Boss, they better have real judge who judge and pace. Don't come here, your little felt in your little craft paper.
6:30 in the morning, that's the June 21st, before you go on, because we know you win hands down.
I can win all them areas, but don't come fake dog. But if you all better have real judges, because when I show up there, my 10-foot hat, don't come there faking dog.
Hold on. The man say 10-foot hat.
No, man, by soldier, man, I get judgment air, by I get airplane motors on the boy, hold the boy up while I move. I on a whole next level, by.
What they say what the price is, or?
How much money they gain, boy, so they can let me know if this making sense. Because you know I getting into finance right now. Because I need to know if this can make sense for me to build my 10 for that, or if this ain't gonna make sense. Because I need to know what the prize money is, so I can know if I need to invest $200 in this, and I can win $700.
Hey, it's not like our topic for the day.
Yeah, that's what I said. It can't make sense.
Invest all and get a little bit back in return.
Yeah, that ain't making sense.
There we go.
So
I-
Vishal, me and Roll can tell us what the seed funding is now for each division, and then we can run from there, and then we can go with the prize money, and then we can discuss, but if this making sense.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now.
And here making sense.
Before we get into it,
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so seed funding for A division is $30,000.
30,000. So to break that down, 15,000 each morning. 15,000 Boxing Day, 15,000 New Year's.
It's $12,000 for the B division.
12,000 B division.
Hold on. It's only,
6,000 each morning.
Let me double check. Hold on.
Hold on.
Now,
it's only a $2,000 difference between A and B.
No, but you don't hear what she says.
15,000.
30,000.
It's 15.
seven. You gotta divide that by
2.
Okay, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have your individual is $1,500.
1,500, that's means 750 a morning.
How
but-
much fun groupers get? Because I bring in a fun group this year.
But fun
Well,
groupers,
fund, I don't even know if
the
some-
fun groupers get a couple $100.
I think with $300, ain't nothing.
But that don't enough to buy 2 cold drinks. But Case
Well,
of bear
the
telling
liquors.
people,
The
case of bear
liquors.
telling people let's ride.
The liquors.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the liquors
So
is good.
and that's what the seed funding is. $30,000 A division for 2 morning. 12,000 for B for 2 morning. That's 6,000 each morning. Individual is 1,500 for 2 morning. That means $750 per morning. And you all
No,
wondering
it's
why?
15,000 for the B.
Oh, 15,000 for the B. That
Yeah.
means that's 7,500 per morning. D division individual is 750 from one and Richard.
You sure you know that one?
Oh yeah, I know that because I gotta pay them back. They say I show up 1%. Well, mother sick. By that time on my application, I only put I coming for 1%. But anything is I give them the little bob back. I ain't no time to play, boss. One thing I don't like do, I don't like owe people money. You know what I mean? They ain't pay them back, boss. You see what I saying? So now let's get into the prize money.
Okay, let's get into the prize money.
Because we got to make sure it's making sense.
All right, so which prize money you want to know
So
first?
let's go. We getting from A straight down.
All right, so let's go with, let's say off the shoulder.
No, we want to go overall.
Oh, okay.
Let's get the overall first.
Okay, let's do the overall.
First place, second place,
Right.
third place, wop,
Okay.
wop, wop.
All right, let's see here. Let's see the overall division.
And then we
Okay,
get
so overall, first, 24,000
for A division.
for A division.
Uh-huh.
Second, 18,000. Third, 14,000. Fourth, 11,000.
Uh-huh.
Fifth, 9,000. And sixth, 7,000. That's in the A division.
Hold on.
Six.
A
Boss, we get
division,
A
A
group
division.
now, boss. We get A group now.
We got 6 groups, man.
Six.
We get 8 groups now,
Six
boss.
groups, boss.
Boss.
Prodigal sons and music makers are not a part of the A division. And I said it, and I sticking with that.
But boss, you read the new paper that just come out?
What they say?
Observer status. Boss, I get the email to tell you where they is.
So were they observing or what they doing?
That's what it say.
They robbing the people again.
That's what it say.
They ain't robbing Junkanoo, they robbing the Bahamian
Wait, listen to me.
people,
Listen
bro.
to the thing say observing status.
That means they get nothing?
I believe they get money. You getting seed funding, but you still in observing status.
See,
that's where the paper come from.
Here's my whole thing. We be talking, we want accountability for Junkanoo, but we got 2 organizations who been robbing Junkanoos and the Bahamian people for the last 10 years. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, man.
Yeah, but I ain't no problem. I only telling you what I see on paper.
We
you know.
want more seed money, and we want more. We want more prize money, but we have 2 organizations with just robbing us, and nobody saying nothing, bro.
Wait,
It seems like we just comfortable with this.
Listen to me, boy, soldier man. Plenty people been robbing us over the years, boss.
And one of them groups say they had no sponsors, so they getting sponsor money plus the government money, and still ain't bringing nothing, bro.
See, boss, and all this come down to enforcing the rules, right?
So you can't say they enforce the rules they want to enforce?
No, see, I getting in now. All this come down to enforcing the rules. You enforce the rule that I ain't get 200 people, so you can disqualify me, right? You enforcing that rule. But you ain't enforcing the rule that, boy, look here, boss, I ain't giving you money all these years, but boss, what's going on? And sometimes you ain't showing up.
At all.
But now you ain't see, you gotta understand what's going on here, because I can touch some people right now. A lot of things happening in there, and they will take the people money because of votes in the JCNP.
Yep.
Boss,
You got it right.
plain and simple, dog. You don't want to rattle certain people cage because you need them votes. You see what I said? So if I move you from A, I lose them votes. You gotta understand this politics now, King. See, and plenty people know it, but they won't say it. So you gotta blame these people, dog. You can't be pump faking, dog. These people that's worrying about votes, they ain't care, dog.
And
They will give away our money, our taxpayers' money to these groups just for votes, boss. You know what I mean? You selling votes.
Well, in the context of things now, we selling votes for Junkanoo.
But you don't hear what I just say. Boy, them votes
you
heavy.
never hear about
Them votes
the
heavy
election
prime
thing.
time, you know.
You never hear about the elections, how the elections go.
You know,
where they
that one
go
vote,
to
that
one
one
another
vote
to
can
do the vote.
that one vote can determine if you can wear a cloth shirt or you ain't gonna wear a cloth shirt. Let me leave that right there. Now you see where I gang. Now you see where I gang.
This Junkanoo though,
Now you see where I going.
it seems like I see why Junkanoo's losing his direction because from what you're saying, this Junkanoo, this ain't no rocket
It's
science.
politics.
Junkanoo, like me and you,
It's
for
politics.
Junkanoo.
It's Junkanoo
Me and you,
politics, boss.
and
It's
us, we are
Junkanoo
thinking like that.
politics. It's Junkanoo
But
politics.
for some people, it's power.
That's all it is. Saying you gotta understand this thing, dog. But as much as them people being judgment, taking money from the treasury and taking money from us, the taxpayers, because certain people getting votes, That money just man flying. See now I applaud the minister last year the minister said, but you gotta come and give the people the money back. You see what I saying? The minister say, boy, bring our little thing. I applaud him for that.
Hey,
and he gotta come and tell plenty people bring their things back.
So we need Elon Musk to be him and pay him back.
Oh yeah. Because he got to reform. But a lot of things going under the table because people that politics in Junkanoo is a serious thing, boss. I ain't want you to sleep, boss. Votes is a serious thing. And just like I say, that one vote could cause you to wear a t-shirt or don't wear a t-shirt. And groups is used that for leverage. Always remember that. Groups lose them votes for leverage, boss. So I ain't want nobody come beating up on you and play like it ain't what it is. And just what I say is what it is. You see what I saying? A lot of them is be hiding and play like they want people to see, but you gotta expose them, King. You gotta expose them. Because it can keep happening if you don't expose them. You gotta expose them, dog. It is what it is.
And for the record, we on the show we don't try to beat nobody up.
We
want to make Junkanoo better. That's the bottom line. We trying to make Junkanoo better.
Understand when I come on the show, what I say? Pure, raw, uncut, unadulterated Junkanoo news, boy. I give you real facts. I ain't coming here skipping. But I don't give you false report,
You ain't brown nosing.
I don't give you false report, dog. When I tell you something, it is what it is, dog. I ain't getting no false report.
Yeah.
I don't come with false report, but I ain't getting nothing to gain from false report. You see what I saying? Then these people gotta understand the dog. I speak truth, dog. See, boy, and when you get people in there, you know what is happening in there. So don't let nobody run on with no other little thing. They be trying to discredit what we say here, but they can't discredit what we say here, dog. Because the facts show it. The evidence show it. They ain't gonna beat around the bush, dog. You gotta be real. See, and that's why people like our show, you know. We ain't hiding nothing, dog. We can bring the facts, dog. See, and unless things get exposed, Junkanoo ain't gonna get better, dog. We here for the betterment of Junkanoo, not for us to know.
Yeah, that's
We ain't get nothing to gain, nothing to lose there. We here for the Junkanoo community, but they depending on us on their behalf, you know, because they group rapping even judgment doing what they need them to do, dog. You see what I said?
Yeah,
but anyway,
Okay, so we can
let's
do
finish
B.
on our numbers, man.
We
Because
doing
Papa
B.
Gossi gone sideways just
like
now.
what, man?
Yeah, Papa Gossi gone sideways just now. Let's finish
I
on the
think
numbers first.
he mean to poke you. Anyway, so B division, first prize is 12,000, second prize 8,000, third prize 6,000, fourth 4,000, fifth 3,000, sixth 2,200, seventh 1,400, and eighth 1,000. Okay, so that's B. That's overall.
That's overall
That's
score.
overall. Now,
Now we gotta do. Now we coming to things but don't make sense.
all right. So let's talk with this one. So how much money you think people spend on off the shoulder?
Wait. When I used to carry off the shoulder back in the day, but my fairness alone used to run me in about $2,000.
All right. So guess what the first prize is in A division?
$800.
$750.
$750, boss. $750.
Second,
Buy you just drinks,
$550.
mate.
Third, $225.
$220. What $225 could do for off the shoulder, boss?
Pay for the truck to get you across from downtown.
That boom. That's it.
Yeah.
B division, $500 for first, $350 for second, and third, $250.
Say it again. $5 for first, please.
Wait, you can't make these things up, boy.
On a serious note, though, I mean,
You can't make these things up, boy.
on a very serious note, I mean, I go back in the Junkanoo through a mutual friend, whatever the case may be, but I can be honest with y'all, this ain't making no sense.
The Martin,
This
boy.
ain't making no sense.
Wait.
And you doing step down.
Wait, look your papa. If a accountant was running a group, boss here to let you know, boss, you know accountant only into numbers.
Yeah.
If a accountant running an organization, they ain't into numbers, boss. And if the numbers ain't right, they ain't fooling around that. Because plenty projects don't get approved because the numbers ain't right. You see what I'm saying? And right there, the accountant will tell you what they say ain't making sense.
They ain't making no
You know,
sense.
you say you spend for your fare, that's $2,000.
You see what I'm saying?
That ain't the paper. That ain't the rods.
That but ain't even the time you put in,
okay.
boss.
Yeah, man, that ain't the duty and
That-
and the
nothing.
VAT yet.
Nothing.
Why isn't Junkanoo materials VAT free?
But nobody
If
getting
this
there right
a
now.
Bahamian culture, why we gotta pay VAT on stuff?
Look here. So you pay, you get exemption. Most groups get exemption to bring in material, certain material, not all material, certain material, right? They get duty free. I think they still have to pay VAT and whatever else, right?
Which is garbage.
But as an individual like myself,
Oh, you gotta pay full price.
I can't bring in stuff because I only bill in an individual costume. Why I can't get exemption when I go to a shop to purchase some stuff?
At least your VAT.
Why can't I get, but not only VAT, everything, mate.
You say a little
But
exemption.
I only getting $750 to bill me one costume wouldn't cost me but $7 to $6 grand to bill.
Well, that
But
explains
I
a
don't
lot.
bill no regular
That
individual in it.
explains a lot. I was trying to figure out why the individual costumes category has gone down over the years.
And look shabby.
You only giving them $750, so only giving you $750
$750
$750 weight.
But
You go to Mama Kitchen. You go to Mama Kitchen. You ask for 25 cents of candy. How much candy she giving you? 25 cent weight.
But
All
listen
right,
to me. If I get 2 heads, that's my seed money then gone. I get 2 head carved.
Hold on, boss.
with
What size head you carving?
Two
Was
little
it
head,
one by
two
one?
little head,
2 way,
two
1 by
little
1.
head, 2 little head.
No, boy.
Two little head.
You can't get that for that price. You can't get that for that
My
price.
point exactly. So if I get, so that to tell you now, now you wondering why the individual dudes is coming with these little mannequin
Because
head.
they give you $750 weight. You only get what you pay
Oh,
for.
come on.
Doll
This
baby
mannequin
head,
head.
man. Doll baby
You
head.
see when they come in the door, baby. See, yeah, but you gotta make sense, dog. You gotta make sense, dog. Why you only gain me 15 and
$750. I know
per
the math
morning?
now. The guy on the truck to get your costume from wherever you is to downtown and back probably can charge
Minimum
you
is 150. Minimum is 150. Let's say
for the
minimum.
entire trip, 150 both way, each way.
Oh, if you're your boy, you might
Let's
get
say,
blind.
let's say 100 each, let's say 100 each way. 100 each way.
Yeah, say 100 each way. Let's say 150 just to be on one side because we get one little costume when they can control in the back. He forward 150 cost they only gain a 750, right?
Right.
So my costume only 4 by 8 by 4 by 8 by 8.
The size of the plywood.
Yeah,
That's the requirement.
yeah. So that can fit in the back.
And it has to be a certain height.
8
feet height.
4
4 by 8 by
8 wide, 8 high.
8 height.
Yeah.
We play him no me that 8 height rule.
Oh, but man, listen to these. We ain't go there yet. We ain't go there yet, right? So let's break this down now. So if I charge, so say one of my boys go on truck, he tell me by 150 to get a costume back and forward for morning, right? That's $300 then gone on my budget, right?
How much your wheels cost?
Right? That man, we ain't get there yet. So now I go there, I pull up by Weldon and Fire or someone to get me some wheel. Now each wheel, say run me in about $50, $60.
Hold on. What kind of wheel you using trolley wheel?
No, I gave you the bare minimum right now.
I don't know no wheel for
No,
$50, $60, bro. I don't wheel for $200, $300 each.
Listen to me, I gave you the bare minimum, I gave you some little judgment.
For Junkanoo?
Wait, listen to me, you ever see some of them in individual wheel? Niggas get like suitcase wheel on the top. I told you, man, you don't look in the individual division. I start studying this, mate. My those get look like luggage wheel, dog. Because they can't afford the thing, because they only get $750. So now I breaking it down like that.
Bro.
So that's then $500 then gone between the truck and the wheel, right?
That ain't no rods. That ain't
I know rod no cost. By rod alone, by if you building
That ain't glue.
dude saying building no costume with no rod now, but niggas gotta use one 2 is a 1 by and 2 by and something to try all up their costume. Now, boss, you then times you start construction, you have to see money then exhausted.
Yeah. 'Cause
Boss, you
we
ain't
ain't talking paper.
You
we
ain't
talking
talking
glue.
paint yet, boss.
We ain't talking paint, paper,
We ain't
glue,
talking
contract.
the paint,
wire.
paper, wire. We ain't talking none of this shit, dog. Now you gotta see now this way he's gotta make sense. But then you want me come on the road with a good presentation. And when I come on the road, like your boy, get Jeff, with the old Baki costume, white with the black line on it, you get a problem.
I'm talking about a problem. You give me $750, I give you $750 weight.
750 weight ain't even 750. You only can get my frame the base screen, boss.
See, this is the situation with Junkanoo. We all love Junkanoo,
And that's why they been using us because we love Junkanoo.
And especially my time participating in Junkanoo. I remember I used to go inside the Junkanoo shop and I used to be like, Me 10 of them, 8 of them, 7 of them, 6 of them.
I don't ask no price
Don't
yet.
ask no price.
I just want them because I want my costume look good.
I only want the total.
I want my costume look good.
And when the total come, I'd be like,
And because you know you want to say how I look, man, how I look.
Yeah.
You know that's the
But,
talk.
so, because you get pride, you get a reputation to protect, and all these things on you. You ain't care what the group giving you. Boss, the group don't give you nothing. If you can't,
that's
only thing the group giving you now, the group
cardboard.
giving you material to build your costume. And most of the
Cardboard.
time, they don't even give you all that. 'cause
cardboard,
you gotta go
rods,
that.
paper.
Now they tell you if you want hair on your costume, get your own head carved and,
Yeah.
and boom, boom, right.
I've even
So they
heard
give you
some-
basic. They give you crepe paper. Some of them give you glue. They give you basic things to construct your costume.
I've heard the new
and
trend
finish your
now. The
costume.
new trend now is because there's not enough builders. You have to actually pay some builders
So
now.
now you got to pay a builder now.
But we can get to that right now with these lead costumes.
So now
Prices.
the little funds now you get.
What little funds?
Man,
$750.
Understand what I said? I understand what I said.
In the
But
real
don't
world,
say-
$750 can't buy
Don't
your
say
wheels, and they can't buy your plywood for your base of your
Boss,
individual
you
costume.
ever look at, pull up all them individual costume you get inside your photo catalog and look
Like,
at them good?
I see some 4x4s, some 3-foot high.
Anyhow,
Come on, listen to me,
let's
boss.
move on. Let's
Yeah,
move on.
man, because we can't
Yeah,
concentrate on that
let's
no
move
more.
on. Okay, so let's go to lead costume. A division. First
What?
place.
How much was
$6
it?
grand.
$6 grand. Wait, how much you say for a lead? Wait,
Second.
lead costume and stuff, but 4 to 6 heads on them. Do the math. Wait, these ain't no little head. Each one of them head can run you in about $1,200.
How much money you getting?
$6 grand.
$6,000 for first, $5,000 for second, $4,000 for third,
We
and
talking about the price.
$3,000
How much it
for
cost you to
fourth.
produce the costume? You
That's
have
what I
Then
tell you
hold
now.
on.
We breaking
See,
down
Why
see
you
what
now.
breaking
money
it
is, how
down
much?
now? Division B, $2,700 for first, $2,100 for second, and $1,500 for third.
Well,
When-
I
and you
explains
wondering
a lot.
And you wondering why
That explains a lot.
the judgment craftsmanship decreasing?
That explains a lot. That's in a
But
nutshell,
think about how
explains
much
all.
money is paid to the builders.
So you gotta pay.
Who building
If you
them
ain't get no
these
builder, you
pieces?
gotta pay a builder to build this costume.
I never
What
seen
that
them they
builder
charge
gonna
it.
cost you?
But I mean,
At least for $10,000.
Let's take the builder out of the equation for a second.
Okay.
Just
like I say,
your materials
heads,
alone.
Heads. Now you need your costume required 5 heads.
Let's nip this in the bud, really. Let's call a spade, really. I ain't even using the term spade, because a lot of people fighting over spade. But here's
Lords
the
and
thing. Here's
lords.
the thing, though. Here's the thing, though, top
Stop
class.
throwing shade.
I got to. Here's the thing, though, top class. The amount of money that is spent on Junkanoo, the individual who is participating bears that burden. We talking about the group getting this, the group getting that, group. The individual is what makes Junkanoo happen. It's not the group. It's not the group. It can't be the group, not the figures you throwing out. That sponsor, whatever the case may be, it just doesn't add up. So it all boils down to the fact that you get what you pay for. Now, if you want to get a group $750 or $250 or whatever they will give them for to
Man,
produce
the
this
thing is-
magnificent presentation.
Now the thing is now, right? Every year things go up, but you giving me the same seed funding.
You know what you got with Blue Cross, bro?
My point exact. Every year these things go up, but you give me the same seed funding. How I can flick and make you a good costume if you only give me this, but every year this going up. Was all my material, I say individual, all my material I ain't no exemption or nothing. I gotta go to the man tell me $200 for my rods plus 10% VAT, that's $220. I ain't getting no break. I gotta come up on $220, boss. That's only enough rod to build me 2 man.
So I'll give you some wood too then.
I got a scrap material, boss. I gotta go by the junkyard and try again. Ask them if they get any old judgment. pipe or something like you use
I'm
and dry.
thank
do
God a lot of
something.
groups do that.
You gotta recycle your frame.
You have to.
Yep.
Boy, and if you don't
And-
recycle your
and
frame,
pieces.
you can
And
be.
pieces too.
See, for dude who just started an individual, I had to build me a fresh frame, boss.
Yeah.
That's more than $1,500 and gone. My seed funding and gone. I only go 1 month and boss. They tell me they need money back, boss. I had to pay the JCSP back, dog. I gotta give them their money back. I can't owe nobody, dog. But I done spend $1,500 on my frame plus $1,500 plus on my frame. But I gotta give them some money back because I only make one parade. While in my application, I only apply for one parade.
Yeah.
But it ain't here or there. But the whole point I trying to make is, it ain't Martin, dog.
No, the Martin Martin.
You know what I mean? So that make it get you feeling like, boy, should I do Junkanoo or should I save the little Bob? Because this ain't making sense.
Ah, boy, I really hate to discourage the persons who are really interested in Junkanoo. But
You see what I
boy,
saying?
Yeah.
See, because I let people know, boss, if you get into Junkanoo, boss, that's a loan you just get, dog.
Champagne.
That's a loan you just get, dog.
Oh, you just make me depressed just now.
Okay,
give us some
banner.
nice
Let's
prices.
do banner. First prize, 1,000. Second prize,
No, 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 no.
750.
First prize, what?
Banner,
How much?
1,000.
Boss,
But
you know how much it is to produce a banner, boss? Banner's at least a $10,000 per week on the road, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Need an audit, man.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I don't usually say
You
this.
can really say ain't no accountant inside the JCNB. It can't be no accountant in there.
I love Junkanoo
Boss, we
too
gotta
much.
Make this make sense. It
I love
can't be none of
Junkanoo
them
too
in
much, but this is something I have to say, man. This ain't making no sense.
there. It ain't
We need a
making
moment of
sense.
silence.
But you just realized it ain't making sense. But you know what get Junkanoo moving?
People, the individuals are hard.
Heart and love, boy. That's what get Junkanoo still moving, boy. If it wasn't for heart and love and pride, we Junkanoo done fall up long time because because of the money, Junkanoo is then being buried.
Yep. So second prize is 750. Third prize 500. That's Division A. Division B. First prize 450. Second prize 300. Third prize 200. That's banner.
And sorry to cut you off, but I just have to interject this for a second. The prices of the bleachers, which is one of the main revenue
Generation.
generators
And
in Junkanoo,
people cry when
hasn't gone up in 15,
And
maybe
people
20
is
years.
cry when the price
No,
go up.
it's gone up since then.
Let's say,
Because
let's say
remember
10
when it used to
years.
be 75, people is complaining.
So
They
much
bring
is
it
it
down
now?
to 50. It's about 55 now, I think.
So if I remember, it was 75. Man, KB and Francis, them was $60 for a concert the other day. You tell them Junkanoo
Okay.
less than that?
That's right.
Boss,
That's where we at?
you gotta understand, boss. People want
Supply and demand.
People,
But people
want a good show, but they won't pay for a good show.
Then why is the government putting a cap on us? Why can't we charge? Let me ask you all a serious question. I've seen what they call luxury boxes. I call it a VIP
Skybox
skybox.
type vibe.
So why can't we incorporate more corporate
Skyboxes.
and charge them a corporate rate
rate.
to bring in some more revenue?
You know.
I don't know. I mean, what is it? What y'all think about Bay Street as a as a venue? I mean, I guess let's just get to
Boss,
the
well,
nuts and
we
bolts.
getting
Let's
there.
get to the nuts and bolts.
We're in a box.
Let's get to the nuts and bolts.
We're in a box. We're in a box. How
So
much
that's a
stage
no
you
for
do
you
on
and a
the
no
box?
for you. I'm
We're
asking.
in
I'm
a
asking that.
box. We're in a box
A
on
no
Bay
for you and a no
Street.
for you.
Bay Street is if you you in a box, how much stage you could do on Bay Street? Only so
Only
much
so
space
much.
allowed on Bay Street.
They only could tell 8,000 seats on Bay.
Boss, what I tell you?
And to the beginning of the parade is $5, and how much people is being in seat? Everybody come out and sit down free.
Now you see what they saying?
Now we need to say make it make sense.
Nah, you wanna make some money? Let's go. How much, boss? How much for live stream? You wanna watch Junkanoo live stream? Subscribe.
Pay-per-view.
Mr. Saib Spray.
Is
We can
there-
get
is
you a
there-
spot.
is there-
Hey, we can get you a spot you don't see on regular TV. We get you in the tailgate area.
Is there
we
enough
get you
demand for that
round
though?
the fire.
Is there a demand for that?
Boss.
Charmaine, we've been doing it for free we've been giving
Boss,
it away for free so long.
It's a demand for everything once you present it right.
Which is true.
It's a demand for everything, boss.
Now I have-
once it's presented right.
Now we have Charmaine here. I'll answer another quick question. Charmaine, what's your opinion on the actual media coverage on Junkanoo in the whole?
Well, the many years I've been doing it, horrible. I think the sound,
Never right.
Never right.
Yeah, because
I notice now.
you be watching the visual, but the fella ringing cowbell, but you had a drum.
Yeah,
No,
they get
so
a,
what
they
I've been noticing,
You know, there's a delay. I mean, we
what
all know there's a
I've been
delay.
noticing is what is showing on TV is
Mhm.
actually not what is playing. And see,
On
I don't get a
parade.
chance to watch it as much, but a lot of people, like sometimes if I see like a little take or something and then I listen, oh, but that ain't, I don't think that's what it's playing. But you could tell from the movements and stuff, it's like it's pre-recorded.
They using broadcast mic to record your own. That's
Right.
the problem. You're using the talking mic to record music.
It is around.
And see,
sound,
notice now,
boss.
we're just seeing the major players at the gate doing the recordings.
I
and
wouldn't,
they-
I wouldn't even call them the major players.
When
I just
I-
call
when
them
I
the,
don't
the
call them
players.
names,
The
but you
players.
understand what I'm
This
saying.
is the players, because I mean
the players.
And for this latest media company to come in and put these fellas in with mics, I think that's the higher disrespect, because you got someone walking with a mic and they on their phone and they ain't even interested in what they doing. They ain't even paying attention to who around
They ain't
them.
even paying
They ain't
attention to how
who
the
they,
mic is
who
on
they
top of the
hitting.
thing.
They don't know what they doing.
They don't even know if they hitting somebody who beat the drum or blowing the instrument. You hit somebody with the instrument, they burst their lip right open.
First of all, you have to understand the music, and you have to understand how to record music. So you have to understand mic placement for the music.
See that?
Well, we thought they know they was doing because they was up and down, so you know. So
Okay, and now that we come to music, let's talk about this music price.
Yeah.
First prize, $3,000. Second prize, $1,700.
So basically,
Third
How much you
prize,
pay a cowbell, boss?
yeah.
$11.25. Hold
Yeah.
on, let me finish it. Fourth prize, $750. Fifth prize, $500.
That's the
Sixth
price of the cowbells right there, $550.
$125. This is A division. B division, $1,300.
What is
First prize, second prize, $1,000. Third prize, $750. So we bragging for $3,000.
Boss, how much your
How much
music?
them trombones?
How much your sousaphone? A sousaphone
A
cost?
used sousaphone costs $3,000.
I don't want
I just
nobody.
want to tell you that. A
A used
sousaphone
sousaphone.
I don't
costs a
want
wedding price.
nobody.
One sousaphone.
Listen to me. I don't want nobody from no backline talking, but they win no parade. Yeah, they win best music. Because you's a disgrace. If you bragging, but that $3,000.
What that could do? That can't even buy your sousaphone player.
Charmaine, come. That's the
instrument, right?
1981 version. Can be the 2025 version.
Boy, listen.
$3,000.
When I posted these prizes last year, Facebook gone on fire.
Mr. Medusa,
And
I
price
gone.
of it-
It can't be real,
$3,000.
dog.
Okay.
It can't be real, dog. Wait, so demand. Listen to me.
Woman say $3,000, babe.
You get a sousaphone to run you in about $3,000. You get a trombone, trumpet, judgment, all them things. Right now, them couple piece of instrument can run you in about judgment $8-9 grand. Right? That's just it. But you ain't talk about your little cowbell. What cowbell costs now? $400 or $500?
Seven,
Seven.
5 and 7 depends on
Five,
the
something.
Depends on
That's-
the
that's one
bells
pair
and
of
the
cowbell.
loudness you want, yeah.
How much
realize-
balance you get? How much balance you
You
get?
realize cowbells only have a certain life expectancy, you know.
Yeah, you only can ring them so long till they start the judgment one boat. They ain't get the sound no more. Either that or they split or something happen. And the sound ain't no good no more. Then you get your bass drum running about what, 200, 300, 400. How much the bass drum cost now?
Depends on the type of skin you use.
Yeah.
Say you want me one nice judgment cow or one little buffalo or something.
I'd figure anywhere from $200 to $300.
Bam, right? And that's one bass drum.
Tom.
Lead that to the fire for an extra 5 minutes.
Gone,
Boom.
gone.
Drum gone.
Tom.
Right? Tom, you get what the tom costs.
Nah, I ain't done it. I know the skins is like what, $40 for skin.
Say you get one tom now for a little $300-400. You know what I mean? Say you get one little tom,
And
right?
stick a pin. You realize that today it's changed so much that the group is almost responsible for these instruments. So one time ago, you were responsible for your own instrument. And by you being responsible for your own instrument, you take care of your own instrument. But now the group providing these instruments for you. I see fellas them leave bass drum all over the place. They waiting for the person who park them up and to pick them up their bass drum from
Well,
here,
you ever
there,
gone
and
to
everywhere.
you ever gone downtown after Junkanoo and see those leave whole costume frame? What's a frame?
I used to that. I used to the frame, but I used to know drums being on though. I used to make your individual drum. You carry your drum with you.
Listen to me. You leave your frame. I just tell you my little frame cost me more than $1,500 a bill. You get a big frame for lead costume you leave on Bay Street, boss. You know how much money that is you leave on the ground?
Stick a pin. You as an individual have to pay for those rods for that big frame. That's why you leaving it, bro. You have no responsibility. Same thing with your drum, same thing with your bells. If you don't have to pay for your bells or your drum, you ain't. I remember, God bless the dead, I remember the fellow from the Valley Boy who get knocked down. This fellow used to flicking, put his drum on his back and ride home. He get knocked down riding home one night with a slack screw. He's supposed to take pride in it. You can't carry your instrument with you nowadays. Or you just leave by the fire and someone come pick everything up like you.
The truck can come and pick up all the drums.
Yeah. So you think when you you lay by the fire and burn up, man, you get the next one. They say the group gave me an extra.
I that valuable.
No, not the fact that you're that valuable. It's just the fact that if they provide you with your instrument, when your instrument go bad, what they can do? You say, I ain't got no drum. And then they buy you an extra. And then next year, I ain't got no drum. And they buy you an extra. And then the year after that, they buy you an extra. And it goes on and on and on. At what point you can take responsibility for your own instrument?
Wait, look here. I can be real with you, right? The math? No math, boss.
But hold on, okay, so let's run these
The
last
math
two.
don't math.
Let's run by these last two.
Run them last two.
Tell me what heard I hear with the maths, man.
Division A, choreograph now.
Uh-huh.
First prize, $800. Second prize, $600.
No,
Third prize, $400. Division B, $550.
$800 only make up for two, three girls, wait.
Hey, that can't pay for the room they stay in.
That can't pay for the room.
That can't say the room they stay in to get dressed in before the parade, bro.
Right.
$800. And furthermore, not only that, I've seen an ad recently for choreograph for Labor Day. It was $250 per person. And you're talking about $800 for the whole section?
For the whole section.
Okay.
And so free dance is $500, first prize. Second prize, $400. Third prize, $300. That's
Martin.
Division B, $400, first prize. Second prize, $200.
I would like anybody, any member from the JCNP to come and just an open invitation for anybody from JCNP come to our show. And please explain to me.
Explain all these things.
Explain to us how this makes sense and how in any other festival or anything you do in life, how this can make sense. How can we still be doing this and continually to do this year after year after year?
They the gatekeepers, boss.
But how can we now know why Junkanoo is considered garbage, bro?
Boss.
Let me finish. We now know why nobody takes Junkanoo seriously.
How much money altogether we get?
Because we have a bunch of slaves.
Hey, boss. Remember the first year carnival?
And not only on the road, you got a bunch of slaves behind the scenes too.
Okay.
The first
slaves?
year.
Because I don't get paid for slaves.
The first year carnival, how much money the government give?
It depends on the size of your group. They gave you based on.
No, I mean the total amount of money. How much money
I can't remember, but I know they was going dollar for dollar. Would you put this amount? They give you this amount. I know that was that.
Couple $1 million.
Yes.
I think, but between 1 and 3.
No, like more 10, eh?
Something like that.
It was plenty million.
Right?
Plenty more million than would be
That's
there.
what you give carnival on the first year. What do you give Junkanoo every year?
100,000, maybe 200,000.
Make that make sense.
I don't even think it up to $100,000 a cardinal.
If you could give, some of these things travel budget these dudes get for millions of dollars. Why you can't pump me $2-3 million in Junkanoo, boss?
And you know what would be interesting?
Boss.
If they just to try and pump real money into Junkanoo and see what would happen as opposed to giving us peanuts.
See, listen to me.
Sure, man.
You won't get return on the investment?
No, they're not interested in that.
Then,
well, actually, they are getting a greater return on their investment because they ain't putting no money. And they're getting a return because we spending the money, bro. We, the Junkanoo, is spending all the money.
If you pump Judgment $5 million into us, and you advertise now for another $1 million, around the world to come to see the greatest festival in the world.
We are not the greatest festival in the world.
Now, boss, we can make it the greatest festival in the world.
That remains to be
That's what I-
seen, but
no,
we are not
no,
the greatest
no,
festival.
but that's-
we need to stop using these acronyms and
No,
these.
no, listen to
we need
me.
to stop lying to the people.
Listen to me.
Our
man.
festival is not the greatest
listen,
festival.
Listen
I thought
to
it was
me.
the greatest show on earth.
No, we're not the greatest show
No,
on earth.
listen to me when I say this. If you was to pump $5 million into me to make me the greatest festival in the world, now you spend another $1 million, $2 million to get people to market me, the people to come see me. Now we could get return on investment.
That's not. Actually, I mean, what our marketing budget is for Junkanoo.
No, but this.
No,
I'm just trying to throw it out there so people can understand where I go.
You know what? No, I asked this question, see, 1,000 times over my career, and I always ask Ministry of Tourism, why y'all don't promote Junkanoo in the hotel? Oh, Junkanoo is Junkanoo, and people always come to Junkanoo anyway. And I was say something, but I don't want to say it because I try to cut
Just
down
like
my
any
profanity.
festival in the world, but people who's travel people who travel for festival,
marketing.
people who's travel for festival is travel for festival, boy.
90% of our guests during the course of our Junkanoo parade doesn't even know Junkanoo be going on until they stumble across it, bro.
You know every year when it's Trinidad Carnival, you know every year.
In advance.
You know every year
In
when
advance.
it's Judgment, Mardi Gras,
In
and
advance.
New Orleans.
In
You know
advance.
when Carnival in Brazil. You know when all these festivals happen. Why everybody don't know on their calendar when Junkanoo boss? When the people gotta say what is Junkanoo?
What is Junkanoo?
You see what I said? What is Junkanoo?
Oh, you guys have carnival too.
Carnival.
But that's exactly what they know. They only go by what they know, bro.
Wait, see, this show get me so depressed right now, Father.
And I'm glad to get you depressed because that's what we need. The only way is action is when you get to that point and you say, man, that's okay. You got to do something.
But
Something has to be done.
but it's
And I'm
depressed,
glad we
but-
had this conversation today.
But he's getting depressed, mate. Because
See,
you can see,
have
you
to
can actually
call
see where
the
you
figures
flushing,
for people to understand.
you flushing Bob down the toilet, buddy.
And then like we got plenty bub,
You making it, you just, wait. To make this cultural festival a success, every participant chuck their hand in their pocket, but every last one, but chuck their hand in their pocket. Well, I see UB did a study talk about the amount of money they spend to get Junkanoo parade, but they ain't get accurate numbers, boss. They might think they get accurate numbers, but their numbers far off from what they think they get, boss. Because as a Junkanoo boss, right? A regular free dancer costume will run you in about $1,000. If you doing costume. Not no little jabroni jokey costume. I'm talking if you doing real costume. You know what I mean? So now, how much free dancers you get on the road? Each group get about Judgment 50, 40 to 50 free dancers running on the road. That's $1,000. How much money that is? $50,000. Just on people running around the road, boss.
You see what the prize money is?
You see what I said? You don't reach the off the shoulder, no step down yet. You know? If a step down, if a off the shoulder running you in between $2,000 to $5,000. Times that by Judgment 20 each group.
Okay, how would you describe Junkanoo? Is Junkanoo a festival or is it a one time? What is it? An event? What is it?
Right now, Junkanoo just an event, boss.
Because I just put in.
Because a festival should run for a couple days.
I put in top 20 festivals in the world and
No Junkanoo on that.
no. So I tried to figure out how can I word this to try and get an event, a response that would be favorable for us. Because right now, you know, I remember a couple of years ago there was this most popular festival in the Caribbean or whatever, and you vote for it, and we got voted number one because all the Bahamians just went there and vote
Junkanoo. Ain't nobody else vote.
I wouldn't say nobody else vote, but I mean, you know how we passionate is about being number one in certain things.
We just vote
At
for
the
it.
end of the day, we what we have is it ain't nowhere as special as we believe it is.
Yeah.
And we're not investing anything into making it special or greater for our guests. And two, furthermore, we don't even promote this as a cultural spectacular or something to actually book your reservations to come down for, or something to say, I have to go.
I got special cruise ship rolling into the. You see, Carnival is a whole cruise ship bring people, boss.
All right then.
Why we ain't got a whole cruise ship bringing people for Junkanoo, boss?
Because we don't market it.
Boss, and what makes it so good, right? The cruise port right there.
And then when you see the people
Right
coming,
there.
then they come and they catch a tail on the parade, you know the first thing coming to their mouth?
Boss.
Oh, what is this? We
Boss.
don't know about this.
Yes,
we never
we
heard about
never
this.
heard
How
of
come we
it.
never seen this before?
Papa.
You know what the problem is though? Junkanoo, we have too many persons thinking Junkanoo only belong to them.
We believe Junkanoo is the best thing since sliced bread, but it ain't.
Everybody
We gotta
listen
call
to me.
it Junkanoo
Okay.
is good in
Junkanoo
Smurfs, but
belongs
it's
to
not as great as we
Papa.
think it is.
Papa, the jokey part with this, right? If you Junkanoo downtown Bay Street, you have a cruise, you get a big cruise port there. You ain't need no heads and bands because you get cruise ship but have all. You be like, but we ain't get enough rooms. You ain't need no rooms if you get cruise
Cruise
ship right
ship,
there.
4,000 people.
So a cruise ship, if you sell package the cruise ship, right? You tell the cruise ship, you go to every cruise line, tell them, but you come in box, you come in Christmas Day. We give you get a package here for Boxing Day Junkanoo or New Year's Day Junkanoo. You selling your package at a certain price, right? Boss, the people only gotta walk off the cruise ship and you then to the event, but we ain't gotta bus you there, we ain't gotta train you there, we ain't gotta do nothing. All you doing is walking from your cruise ship to your seat.
Simple.
But remember that
The logistics so simple, though.
Yeah,
The
the logistics was
logistics
that.
simple as hell, though. The cruise ship we bought here, Junkanoo here. You just need a seat, dog, but you can fill every seat on the road.
Yeah. We say
If you got
The
5 cruise
logistics
ships coming,
we still have to think about Junkanoo not being on Bay Street, no matter how much we talk about it.
Well, yeah, we understand that. What we're saying
Okay,
right now, what
logistic-wise,
we
I'm
are
talking
talking about
right?
is because we have a logistical advantage of it being
Being
downtown right
downtown,
now,
right
are we still not taking advantage of
Advantage
it?
of it.
You know what the problem is? Another problem? The weather. Because you sell a ticket and then you postpone the parade, but the people on the cruise come here for that time.
Yeah.
People come here for that time, and when the
But there
time
got to be
comes,
some kind of refund policy. Look here, we don't control the weather.
yeah.
And we don't do this in the weather.
Just
So
like
we are
no other festival in the world.
But there are festivals around the world that have a disclaimer. Look here, due to this factor or this factor, you will be given a refund or whatever. You gotta let people know. Educate them. Let them know. This is not built for the red.
That's the Bahamas. But you ain't gonna. That's just it. You sell. If you could, you sell 20,000 tickets to the tourists who come off the cruise ship. That's basically like one cruise ship, because you sell a pocket.
Right.
Where they come, postpone. Where you gonna refund the money from?
How often does rain on during our
It's
Boxing
been
Day
happening
New Year's
recently.
parade? I understand that, but then
Quite
it
often.
doesn't happen that often as, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't
No,
happen as often as
I
it
understand.
isn't the weather.
No, it isn't.
It's like Labor Day then.
Right.
But you know it can rain Labor
You
Day.
know it can rain.
You know it can rain Labor Day. But Christmas time, yeah, we had a 1-2, but that's very far in between. I understand exactly coming from the last one was a real big issue. But here's my thing about Junkanoos, and then I can let you all take the floor because I know we've been here forever and ever. But I've seen a clip of some Junkanoos putting on a show on Junkanoo Beach. I kid you not. These jokers, and I call them jokers, Russian in slippers.
Oh, I seen that. Slides.
And we thought ourselves Junkanoos and we putting on a show for the world? Come on, man.
I see Junkanoo from Bay Street wearing slides.
I let y'all finish the show. 'Cause I mean,
all
we
time
want the best, but we don't want to do the best. We want to work, but we want, you know what I mean? What are we doing this for? We come here, take our time out of the week, come here, put on a show, and we talk our head off, like, tell we can't talk no more. And then what? Because Because the people who are participants don't see the value in Junkanoo like we see the value in Junkanoo.
Right,
And that's the bottom line. Big man, I tried it all. I tried Junkanoo radio, I tried this, I tried everything Junkanoo related, I tried, bro. And you know what? I keep trying because I like Junkanoo. And it comes a point where you say, hey, this doesn't make sense. Can I keep doing that? It don't make sense. Can I keep doing the same? Can I keep doing the same thing over and over and over again?
Let me give you one big fact. Junkanoos don't support Junkanoos.
No, they don't. They do not.
I can tip that right there because a lot of people fail
But they
to
want you to support
understand
them, though.
that Junkanoos don't support Junkanoos, but they go all around the bush, beating around and go to everything, but for Junkanoos. Always remember that, boss. Hey, listen to me. You want your business to grow? You think Junkanoos can help you? Go outside the Junkanoo, boss. Don't fool around the Junkanoo people, dog. I can be real with you. I flicking pain here, and I done this, and I know this. You understand me? You know this too. Everybody want their photo until the price come.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they love it when it's free.
Yeah, everybody want the photo until the price come. When the price come, they want that photo.
And what I don't like is when they try to embarrass you. Oh, wait, I have my family. Oh, wait, picture. Make it seem like I have, like you ordered your picture with me, or you gave me some funds, and I don't give you a picture in return.
Like free
they drop it on me like, hey, oh, picture. I say, big man, listen to me. I have a whole website. You could actually even pay for it online. Everybody got a bank card. And guess what? I drop my pictures down to flicking, what was it, $6, $5? And people still don't want to buy them. So that's a prime example right there. And then people can say, oh, I see you on Labor Day. For what? What are they coming out there for?
Boss,
what are they going to waste my time and energy for?
You go to any other event and you taking pictures, what you just got to do? You just get paid before the event, right?
Yeah, man.
All right, then. That's all I got to say, man. Again, not just like that.
I think that's me for the show.
You got to let the mad boss. And sometimes you just got to hit them with the facts so they can understand what the real deal is, dog. Don't come from faking, dog. Get your little bob. You want my business to grow, you got to invest in my business, but I can't give you a good product if you don't invest in my business, but you want good photos, invest in me to make sure I get a good camera, good printer, good editing software. You invest in me, man. Don't pump fake me, man. Don't pump fake me. That's the only way my business as a Junkanoo could grow. If you judgment, put into me what I put into you.
So you could actually grab what all of you just say us now and equate that to every Junkanoo group.
Plain and simple.
And what you see is what you get. Now you know why some Junkanoo groups can attract people
And
some detract people. It's just plain and simple.
Call it above. Just like that. But anyway, one thing with these things, we just get so deep into these topics, and then by this time it just goes sideways. But this episode must be about 2 hours long, boy. I didn't see it, but this been going so long. But seeing what people fail to understand, by we here because we passionate about Junkanoo, and we here for the best of Junkanoo. But plenty people just think we hitting on people, but we only want the best, you know. We only want the best. We try to bring facts to put your head space in the right head space. Because some of y'all head space over there in the garbage, because y'all ain't really thinking how y'all need to be thinking, man. You see what they saying? And we need to correct that, boss. The only way Junkanoo could grow, if all us thinking with a growing mind, boss, you got to be judgment. Think outside the box, not inside this little box. You got to be outside the box, man. Plain and simple. We got to get it right. We need the people. We need the government to bomb us, first of all. Man, we even got to go to the government to bomb us. As a group, every group is a brand, mate. Every group is a brand. Let's start here. You get a brand, sell your brand. Just like Nike is selling their brand.
Market your brand.
Market your brand, boss. Look here. People around the world, if you market your brand right, people around the world will want judgment merchandise for your brand. Always remember that. And forget about what the government giving you, boss, and all these other people giving you, boss. You will be making revenue online, but you ain't by the jokey part, but making money in the day and age. You ain't got to move from your house. You ain't got to move from nowhere. You get online platform. You post the online platform, and then everything go from there, boss.
See marketing? See Charmaine right there?
Yeah.
Wake up. All right.
No.
Marketing.
You see what I saying? Just like that, dog. So just wait, as a brand, but we get big brands in here, boss.
Speaking of brands, we got two of us fighting over brands, right? To tell you how powerful it is.
How powerful the brand is.
All right, give Charmaine the last word.
You know what I mean?
But that, Charmaine, am I right or wrong?
You, sir.
All
Let
right
me
then.
Charmaine anything before we go because
No, I
we get
just
ready to-
want Junkanoo to know that we have to invest, like you say, in Junkanoo and us, the media. We don't
Yeah.
just do this free.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And so when we come to you for support, we want the same support back. The same video camera, the equipment, all these things you see us using, it takes money. It takes time and energy. All of us here are really self-employed. So, we need you to help us to move forward. And what we're talking, or what we talked about today, is very important because we need to know that we have to up our level and up our game if we want to make revenue for ourselves. If we want to become world recognized,
Yep.
we have to stop thinking so shallow. Okay, I remember
Stop
one
saying
year.
it and start working towards it.
Yes, working
Yep.
towards it. One year, I did some handbands. I had about 1,000 handbands came in with Junkanoo Rush on it. And we were at the number picking. And I said, okay, I get 1,000. I just asked each Junkanoo just to buy one
for a
handband,
dollar.
Not one.
Huh?
Anyone I went up to and said, listen, just buy a handband to support the show. Oh, yeah, later. But soon as they, oh, Charmin, you get that? No, I ain't get that.
You see what I said? And
I
like
get
I
it.
just say who don't support
Junkanoos
Junkanoo?
don't, but they will run up in your face every time they see you. They will come to you asking, oh, you get that short or you get this, Miss Rolla, I ain't see you here. No, because I don't come to everything no more because guess what? I have to support myself. And just have to support myself doing stuff I need the support. That's all I have to say about
Absolutely,
it.
absolutely.
Wait, look here. Let me tell you what hit me. What do you know what hit me today? My church doing something that they call Be Great, where you go in the community and do some service, be great, right? I was supposed to be great. I being great today. My small group in church, we decided that we go into a family home and provide them with a meal and thing, right? I got up this morning, I said I can donate a pound of chicken. So I wake up this morning, light my grill the chicken, I drop it off before I come to the show today, So my small group leaders say, man, where you going? I thought you going with us. I say, I gotta go shoot my show. Say, how much you charge the show? I said, but that's my community service. He say, community services pay you? I say, this is my time to be great. You see what I said?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Man. So you can't take these little things here for granted, boy.
Yeah, for real.
What people sacrifice to be here, the judgment give you the best in what we do. Was you can't take these things for granted because they could have been elsewhere doing something else, boy. You see what I said? And people gotta understand that, boy. All us could have been elsewhere, boy. All us could have been elsewhere. We had to be here.
Yeah.
And see, we have to stop taking for granted seeing the same faces all the time. One of these days and wake up, none of our faces will be here.
You-
they say?
we guarantee that. Almost guarantee
Okay,
that.
but I'm just,
Did they
you know what I
say?
mean? So we have to really appreciate the time and the effort that people behind the media do because not only you see, like you say, when you didn't do this yet, you got to edit.
Yeah.
You got to do this, you got to do that, and do the next. And people always see, but it's a lot of work. You got to get up, be to the parade at a certain time. You got to sketch your content. You
But-
got to edit your content.
When
You
people,
got to post your content.
But
Hello?
and when BPL come and tell you, say, but you can't tell them you been doing community service, you better come with that bob.
Okay.
You can't tell, I working on content today.
Yeah, I do content today, but I ain't get that money, I ain't get that bob, man, I doing community service. All right, then. You say to do it, slash it, then lock thing off and lock your meter and the game over. And what content you can be able to produce. See, man, so you gotta appreciate these things, but you
all
can't
about
be
balance,
pump faking, boy. You see what I'm saying? But we got a judgment and that on a serious note, though. But I want y'all, this coming Labor Day, man, have yourself a good time. And judgment thing,
Stay hydrated.
stay hydrated because
Really
it's
hard.
hot, boy. Don't fool around. Don't go around there drinking all them hard things y'all be drinking and try to go down the road and fall out. We ain't want that, boy. You don't pump fake. Hydrate, a lot of water, Gatorade, and all them nice little things. Keep you hydrated. Protect yourself. Big hot shades, long light wear. Keep yourself organized. But wait, this is the kickoff for the 2025-2026 Junkanoo season, boy. Labor Day, Friday, my boy. Friday. You call? But this first Friday? This will be the first Friday? First
Yeah,
Friday!
first Friday.
First Friday, boy. Labor Day, boy. We coming, boy.
Don't forget the
Hey, look
Saxons
here.
and Roots Avenue,
If-
the socials.
Wait, listen to me. If you watching the show and you're in and register with the JCMP to be online, give it an over.
You mean be on the road?
Yeah.
Yes.
Boy, I
Give it an over for you, boss.
I sent in an not application. I sent in a request. What's even 10 days ago?
Yeah.
No response.
No response?
No response.
No correct.
So I emailed some individuals and say, hey, I reached out, no response. Oh, just check us on Monday. So I checked them on
Monday?
Hey,
Monday?
This is no official group. This is no official group. This
Oh, boss.
is for a fun group.
Oh,
It's a
boss.
fun group.
Everything, deadline for any registration is June 1st. Monday is June what?
Second.
All right then, that's just so, that'll tell you.
Well,
that'll tell you what happened. See you next year.
I have reference to say, well, hey, I reached out and I didn't get any response.
Wait, listen to me.
We can see how it goes. Hey, I ain't want no pride. I don't want no seed money, you know. I don't want none of that money. Listen to me. I don't
they can
want.
say?
They trust me.
As far as they can
We
say
good.
June 1st,
We good.
it's deadline.
Because one thing they always say, oh, we need more people like you to fill in the gaps. So I can be good. And I don't want none of that money. So I say it up front there right now. I don't want none of that money.
Wait, be careful. Be careful what you say, boss.
No, I don't want
Wait,
none of that
no,
money.
be careful what you say, boss.
Okay, let me
Listen to
rephrase that.
Be
I can
careful.
use the money, and if you don't give it to me, I can do without it then. I can live without it. I can live without
Be
it.
careful what you say.
Yeah, but I straight though. I'm in the fun group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, again on that note, boss, on behalf of myself, aka Top Class, my producer, Mr. Silas, my co-host today,
The man who need the little seed money.
and our guest
We
today,
Charmaine Rose.
well, we just watched another exciting edition of Thing Called Double Rock. Just remember, boss, if it ain't making sense, right, keep rolling, boss, cause
Nobody, you can't help people that. Nobody will rush. Nobody will rush.
anyway, go on my drum bass.
Nedlet Productions.